Well, it's a happy good afternoon from Maryland Stadium today. It's April 1st, but Bruce, that 15-8 win for the Terps over Michigan was no April Fool's joke.
No joke.
Yeah.
Big win. Good win. Dominant win. Got the lead. 7-2 after the first quarter. Never lost it. Never were really threatened. I think they got it down to 9-5. But
and you were saying whoever had the next goal probably was going to really take it, and it was Maryland.
Right. So it went pretty well, and I thought today was a coming of age party for Jared Bernhardt. He was special.
Bernhardt was special. We've got a picture here of Connor Kelly scoring. Dylan Maltz looked good. Defensively, quickly it was 2-2. Maryland a 2-0 lead. Michigan came right back. He said those goals were too easy, and then Dan Morris started making saves. Here's one where on an extra man play makes the save going low to get the save. He looked pretty good. So was the turning point the end of the Villanova game or the Carolina game?
I tell you the truth. I think the turning point was when they were down 8-1 to Villanova, and we looked at each other and said, "Wait a minute." Yeah. Something's wrong here. Yeah. Even though they lost the game, they stormed back, made it a game, went to Carolina and just kicked butt. And it seems like you're back now. I can't swear to it, though, because I don't know what the significance of the win over Carolina was. Are they a marginal team? I don't know.
Well, I think that for me, it's finding the offense. Start scoring on a regular basis, it works out pretty well. So we got Michigan, took care of them today. They were ranked number 19. Penn State at Albany. Said at Albany's a trap game.
It is a trap game because it's out of conference. It's in between two big conference games. It's a game that I'm not saying they don't want to play, but it's like, what does it really mean? I mean, you don't want to lose because Albany's a good team, but what the heck? But their coach, their coach is the father of that kid for Hopkins, Marr.
Marr.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He was on fire last night.
Yeah. Scott Marr, his coach, his son is Kyle Marr. And I kind of asked Petromala today, how'd you wind up with him? He didn't go play for his father. He wouldn't answer me. But they were teammates on a national championship. So you had
Coach
team.
Petro on the Sports Maven this morning, 1300 CBS Sports Radio. Got Terp Talk coming up on Wednesday.
Wednesday night for sure. And next week, Penn State. We get a shot at the number one team in the country.
Wow.
That's what we want. That's who we want to play because that's how you move up. Move up on the ladder.
Well, we were number one. Notre Dame lost today. They beat us when we were number one. Today we're number 9.
Right. Well, we'll probably climb a little or maybe stay the same. I'm not sure what the win over an 8-1 Michigan team does to your RPI.
You mentioned that Michigan hasn't really played any heavyweights, but they won most of the games. They lost to Notre Dame was the one loss.
They lost 17-6 to Notre Dame. Not impressive. They did beat Penn, which was a good win. Coach, well done today.
And there goes Coach Tillman.
On a dead run.
On the dead run. Well, and since he's running out, we'll step out for a moment. This is the Terp Talk post-game show. Red Turtle Productions brought to you today by Meyer Consulting Engineers of Rockville. We'll be back in a moment. Maryland 15, Michigan 8. Meyer Consulting Engineers. In the past 5 years, our organization has completed over 1,300 projects in the U.S. and abroad, including many structures at the University of Maryland. For structural engineering and materials testing and inspection, call Meyer Consulting Engineers. All right, Bruce, take it away.
I'm here with, I tell you, one of my all-time favorites of any sport at Maryland. Only got 2 home games left. Can you imagine that?
Time goes by fast when you're having a good time here.
2 home games. Just number one, you're having a phenomenal season. The Run DMC thing is for real. All right. But tell us about that little brother of yours, Jared Bernhardt. He's going to be the real deal.
He's coming along super well. Just got to keep his confidence up because I think playing lacrosse at any level is about confidence. He's playing with confidence and he's getting the job done. He's not playing like a senior or a freshman. He's playing like an older guy, and that's what we need. If you're starting, if you get time, you got to step up, and he's been stepping up. So, it gives a lot of load off a lot of other people on his midfield line or attack line, the second line. He's just been playing really great.
growth of the Big Ten is unbelievable. We're playing number 1 in the country, Penn State, next week. Then we got Ohio State. Then they got Rutgers. And then Johns Hopkins.
Right.
What a way to end it. And we'll throw in Albany for fun.
Here comes Coach Tillman again.
The Big Ten's a great conference this year. It's just going to keep growing with the big schools, big football teams. It just attracts people to go there. And I don't really know, you said Rutgers. I don't know how far along they are on our schedule. We're just looking at our next game.
Yeah, your next game's Penn State, of course.
We're going to, we haven't thought about Penn State. The game just got over against Michigan. We take a game at a time, and right now we're just going to enjoy it.
Those guys weren't too excited about losing today. They got a little nasty, didn't they?
I mean, that's what you want to see. You want to see a competitive team coming out here. You don't want a team just to roll over. So it's good to see a team, even though they were losing, to stay in it, competitive, play with the whistle. That's how, we play as a Terps. So that was good to see Michigan do.
All right, Matt, go ahead.
Your shooting percentage today was pretty high. A couple of those unassisted rockets. How'd he do, Bruce?
It doesn't have. I don't have all the stats.
How many did you get today?
I think 2. I only had 2 and 2. So the teammates are just open. They're just throwing the extra one more pass. I got to give it to my teammates and our scout D that just gets me prepared every week. I can't do it without them.
Nobody's gunning. I mean, everybody's looking for the open man, and
right.
That's why you're winning. I mean, it's that simple. But
points are spread out through our whole offense. That's what I love to see. We're not just a one-hit wonder. We're not one person. It's great to see everyone scoring, get on the board. Makes everyone happy and makes the flow of the team because it's harder for everyone to defend.
All right,
we're getting the high sign. You got to go.
Go ahead. Take care, buddy.
All right. Well, that was superstar. That was superstar Matt Rambo. We're going to take one more break here, and we'll be back to talk about the Final Four and maybe some golf in a second. Terp Talk is brought to you by Viner Consulting, your source for point-of-sale systems that give you business control and manage your inventory. Hardware, software, training, and support from NCR and Revel Systems. Call Viner Consulting at 301-251-2900 or visit us at oneviner.com. Yeah, Mason steps in for segment 3 here at Maryland Stadium. Maryland 15, Michigan. Slide to your left a little bit.
Go ahead.
That's the other way.
All right.
The other left. So, Bruce, you're heading off to see some golf being played.
Going to the Masters next week. Been a lifelong dream, bucket list number. Very, very excited. And I'm going to miss the Penn State game, but one of the few I've missed. That should be a great game next week, too, Wayne.
Yep. Do you think Penn State's really #1 team, Mason?
I had to ask Bruce before. I don't know. The only game that I've seen them play is the game against Furman. That was on like 3 o'clock on a Friday. And at the end, I mean, Furman gave them a good push, and I think Maryland can beat them. Yeah, well, they're #1, but they've yet to play, they've yet to play the Terps. They've yet to play Johns Hopkins. We'll know more. Let's see, Hopkins, who do they play? Play Ohio State next week. We play Penn State. Look, Quint Kessenich, Carcaterra, everybody says the Big Ten still runs through this place.
Yes, they did. They said it today.
Right.
Yep.
So
and Hopkins.
Right. So thank our sponsors.
We'd like to thank Viner Consulting, Meyer Consulting Engineer, and we want to thank Dan Schiffman for sponsorship throughout basketball season. Who do you have in the Final Four? And then we'll get out of here today.
We both got Gonzaga and North Carolina.
Well, I'm going to have to go contrary to that. I'm going to take Oregon over Carolina, and I'm going Gonzaga too. All right, Bruce.
All right, guys, thanks a lot. See you in a couple of weeks. Remember Terp Talk Wednesday night. All right, good night, everybody. Drive safely.
We hit Terminus!